Hello and welcome back to Prepared. As you might guess from the title, I think. I don't know if I updated it. Did I update it? I'm checking. Yes, we're good. As you might guess from the title, we're not continuing our around the world journey today. No. Instead, we are going to be flying around Norway for the fun of it. Because Norway's cool. And it's really pretty. Sorry, give me a second here. And nope, that's not what I wanted. I don't know what I'm doing. Jeez. Windows 10. There we go. Alright. And let's bring that up too. Alright, cool. There we go. Gross. Alright, so here we have our Piper Cherokee we're going to be flying today. Should be a good time. This is a Norwegian registered one. I was going to fly another one downloaded from the A2A website, but when I was looking up, I wanted to make sure that I got the right, like, fairings on and everything like that. When I was looking up the other one that I wanted to fly, I found out that it actually crashed a couple of months ago. And unfortunately, a couple of people ended up dying in that crash, so I decided, you know, that we're not going to be doing that. So, as far as I know, this one is still active. I believe the registration is actually to a Piper Archer 160. So we're a little bit older and a little bit more underpowered than the actual Lima November Mike Tango Juliet, but that's okay. It's a really nice repaint. It's kind of got some cool weathering features on it that I really like. So on the last live stream, had a comment posted about, you know, do the walk around. So we're gonna do that today. Just run through it really quick. Be super exciting. As you can see, we still have the tie downs on. We've got the control locks on. That's why our our ailerons are sticking up like that. Still got the chocks on and everything. So as far as I know, we did fuel up and refill the oil already, so no worries there. But let's go ahead and get in, and oh, look, King Air's getting pushed back. Let's go ahead and get in and get working. It is we're not doing real time, we are doing real weather. I set it up to be just about dawn because I figured that would be kind of pretty cool. So that's what. Do we have the trim like super messed up? Is that what's going on here? That's just, okay, no. Alright, so without further ado, or with a lot of further ado, I don't know, whatever, we're gonna go ahead and get in and get started. Alright, so here we are inside. Miraculously, that King Air is a lot quieter now. Even though I've got the doors open and stuff, whatever. So, when we're doing, you know, our pre-flights and everything, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the music for now while we do this. When we get to doing this, you know, nothing's real crazy or anything. We're just gonna take the control locks off, which is literally just my passenger seatbelt. Yep. We're gonna go put the mixture and the throttle forward. We're gonna select a fuel tank. We're gonna go left tank first. Now, in the real aircraft, you can't actually hide the yoke, but what you know, you can move it around. I personally just always keep the navigation and the beacon lights on, because once you get power to the aircraft, you're probably going to be starting it up. If you're going to be starting it up, you need the beacon lights on, so I just always leave them on. But for our pre-flight check, we need to get... Nope. What am I looking for? No, not the landing light. That. Pitot heat. I'm going to turn it on. Alright, so what we're going to do is verify over here. So both of our fuel tanks should be full. And warming up the pitot heat now. Since we're in the plane, we'll go ahead and pull the flaps out. Alright, and while we're waiting for the pitot tube to heat up, I'll do a quick flight controls check. And I think I've mentioned this almost every time I've flown, one of these A2A planes. But it's really fantastic, because when you do the flight control check, you can actually hear the cables and everything moving. So, you can do it without even looking back, but... Let me turn it up real quick so you can actually hear it. So I think that's really cool. But you probably also want to do a visual check. Yep, we're good there. And can't see, well, we can see the elevators. We come up, we go down, and in this case, you have to look for the shadow, which we can't see either place. Okay, well, when we're out, we'll move it by hand, make sure that it's can move around. All right, so that's probably plenty of time for the warm-up. Go ahead and turn it back off, and we'll step outside and do our walk around. Now A2A gives you each step of the walk around, which is nice. So control wheel already did that, master switch. We checked the fuel quantity gauges. Ignition is off. That's right there. We're off. And flaps are extended. Great. All right. So now we step outside the aircraft. We come right here, and we just check this. Make sure that it doesn't move. It moves, has a little bit of movement, but not too much, which is what we've got there. And normally you'd kind of peek inside and make sure all your bolts and everything are in place. Step out to the outer bit of the trailing edge of the wing. Take a look, make sure all your bolts are in place and everything. Alright, we're looking good. Nothing's rusted out. Alright, well, gotta take the tie down off. Gotta remove the chocks, and our tires, our inflation's looking good there. We've got our cotter pin still in. Great. Come under the wing, and we'll drain a little bit of fuel. And we don't have any contamination, which is great. You want it to be all blue. If you've got some water, you'll be able to see it. And it's like, oh, well, that's not good. Check our fuel level, and looks like the tanks are pretty much completely full, which matches up with what we had, what our gauges were saying. I'll turn that down just a bit. Alright, we're going to check our oil here, and we've got full oil. Great, which I know I had filled up, so good to see that we're not just leaking out oil out into the ground. And, alright, we'll come down here, check the nose gear, struts extended. Aircraft isn't, falling forward or anything. Heaviest thing in their plane right now is the engine, so if there's anything wrong with the gear, be nosing down kind of weird. And our tires looks fine. Out here, our spinner, no damage on the spinner, no damage in the leading bit of the nose here, so everything looks good, and no damage on the propeller. I'll come in here and inspect the air inlets, and everything looks fine. Now on the A2A craft, you can just click these buttons and they'll clear out any debris, but we don't see anything. I did click it just because I can. Alright, so come up to the fuel filter. Everything looks good there, so there's nothing in the line between the tanks and the filter. Yep, fuel looks good there. Check this tank, no contamination, great. Make sure to remove the chocks or else we won't be able to move. And we got both struts are extended, and this tire is looking good, so got the cotter pin in. Gotta remove that, and check the stall warning vane, which I don't know where it is actually. I think it's actually, I don't know, but you can hear it. Alright, and then we'll remove that, and we will check the, it's cold, which is a little bit weird, but that's okay. And we'll check the, there's no blockages in there. Alright, come here, nothing's rusted out, we've got all of our bolts and everything in. Great. Check this flap. Got a little bit of movement, not too much, looking good, and all the bolts are in place, nothing's rusted out. Alright, and now we come back to the very, very back. Remove that last tie down. Once again, we're checking for the security. Alright, no rust, no Nothing missing. Good. Looks good there. Nuts and bolts in place. And our trim tab moves. Now we can just move the rudder by hand, and it moves back and forth fine. We need to make sure our baggage compartment's locked, which it is. And now we're back in the plane. So that was our walk around. Everything looks good, so we can get going here. I'll go ahead and close the door now. Close it up and then make sure it's actually locked. Okay, trim is good. It's right in the neutral, which is where we want it. At this point, we can go ahead and prime up the engine. Actually, before we do that, let's just check this. Our compass is saying we're at looking at 282 degrees, and on this guy here, 282 degrees on our gyro. Great. This isn't going to work until the engine's on, because it works via vacuum pump, which isn't running until the engine is. Okay, and everything else is off. Great. One thing that's really important to make sure, make sure your autopilot's actually off, and make sure your avionics are off. Because if you start up the engine with a generator on and everything, and then it'll put a huge load onto the avionics, and you can blow all your breakers and destroy your avionics. Don't want that. Alright, make sure all of our breakers are in, and in. Nothing looks out of place. Okay. And alright. Fantastic. So at this point, all that's left to do is we'll go ahead and get the power back in here. Our light's on now. Power back in here, and we will... The carb heat? Yeah. Alright. Let's see, where's our fuel pressure? So there's our fuel pressure. We've got, we have a fuel tank selected, we've got our full mixture, we've got full throttle, so we should be able to turn the fuel pump on and see the pressure jump up, which we do. Great. Alright, so now we pushed a little bit of fuel into the engine. Oh, I'm breathing too much. Alright, so now we can get our ignition set it to both. And let's pull the throttle back a little bit so we don't go taking off. Make sure our parking brakes are set. Fantastic. And here we'll go ahead and... Alright, we're going to prime it. Oh, that doesn't have... outside. That doesn't have outside air temperature? No, that's just the chronometer. Okay, I thought that had temperature on it. Oh well. There we go. Alright, and we want to keep it right around 1,000 to warm up. We can go ahead and pull that mixture out a little bit. As soon as you notice the RPM start to drop, which is right there, push it back in slightly. So let's go right about there. Alright, what do we need to do? We need to not breathe so hard. No, we need to have the defroster on. And we'll probably get the cockpit heat on here a little bit. There we go. Alright, so now that the engine is on, we can go ahead and turn on the avionics. The flip there. Make sure our backlighting's up for this guy. I don't know why our transponder's on already. Kinda weird. Okay. So let's take a look here. Alright, our ATIS is going to be on 126, 125. 126.
Cargo Moment, report information, Lima 0510, wind 037
that's the tower, or the ground frequency, so we'll just listen on that while we get everything else set up. Of course, you want to make sure that you have oil pressure when the engine starts. You don't need to shut down immediately. Alright, so the board me here is going to be, it's GRM, it's 11595, so I'll go 11595, swap that over. So our first stop is, we're just gonna head south to, down towards the coast. Oops. Just gonna head south down towards the coast and fly into, what is it? It's Porp. ENTO. Echo November Tango Oscar. So the board meet there is 113.85. Oops, 113.85. Actually, this should be on 113.85. And this should be 115.95. So, if we are just heading direct to it, I always forget that we've got a fantastic thing here. Oh, so we don't need that right now. What we need to do... So we should be on the 199 radial-ish. So we will set both of these for 199 degrees. Did it skip? Yeah, it did. And... oh, that's not really the way I want it to go. That's alright.
Gardermoen clearance delivery 1302, ready to copy IFR clearance. 1302, cleared at Gatwick Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 12000. Departure frequency is 120.45, squawk 7555.
Okay.
1302, cleared to Gatwick Airport, filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 12000. Departure on 120.45, squawk 7555. 1302, readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.675 when ready to taxi.
So they actually have an ILS out there. I don't know what the wind is going to be like. The ILS for the runway that we're going to be closest to on approach is going to be this. So we're just going to tune that up now. Alright. Temperature's coming up, we can go ahead and pull that way back, and we can go ahead and get our headset on. And then, let's switch that over to the elapsed timer. Drink some water. And then, go ahead and call up at sea and be like, sup, bruh? Need to do our takeoff thing. Oh, ground's 120.675. Okay. There. You happy? And Gardermoen ground. November Mike Tango Juliet. Request taxi, VFR, departure to the south.
Piper Lima, November, Mike, Tango, Juliet, taxi 2 and hold short of runway 1, left, via taxiway Charlie, Charlie 1, runway 1, left, Alpha 4, Mike, November 5, November, Alpha 1. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready.
Yeah, that. I know the path I'm going. I could not tell you exactly what those instructions were, though. Okay. Let's do it. So there's our landing lights, that's our fuel pump, and those are strobe lights. So we're gonna leave all that off. You know what? While we're sitting here, let's just do a run up real quick. Left magneto, good. Right magneto, good. Carpete, good. Alright. Now we can do the turny roundy. Now we can do the turny roundy. Now we can do the turny roundy. Oh, these planes turn so much easier than Cessnas. Oh, it's beautiful.
Quebec Tango, hold position, caution the departing Boeing 737. Hold position to South Mike, Quebec Tango.
Stop. Good enough.
SO Mike, Quebec Tango, hold position, caution the Boeing 737 on final.
Alright, we're gonna go because we didn't get told to stop. And he's just getting on the runway, so we go now. So we're not gonna take the first one, we're gonna take the second one.
Scandinavian 335, taxi to the gate. Scandinavian 335, taxi to gate 11, using taxiway Alpha 3 Mike, Kilo 1. Taxiing to gate 11 via taxiway Alpha 3 Mike, Kilo 1. Scandinavian 335.
Alright.
Scandinavian 335, hold position, caution other traffic.
There we go. Oh, geez, there's a bunch of stuff
Scandinavian 335.
on final. There's a bunch of stuff in line. Okay, he's either gonna cross or he's gonna turn. Is that a 738? No, it's a 37. Oh, we could probably put our flaps up, huh? And enjoy how hilariously small we are compared to the rest of these guys. Yeah, he's just chilling. he had to go around. Guessing whoever it is isn't off the runway yet. I like this little Piper a lot better than I like the 172.
Scandinavian 335, continue taxi.
The guy just got to go. That sucks.
335.
We don't need that on.
Cardamom ground, Scandinavian 4004, taxi to the gate. Scandinavian 4004, taxi to gate 43, using taxiway Alpha 4, Kilo, Golf, Golf, 1, Hotel, Yankee, Delta 1, Delta, Papa, Romeo, Whiskey, Kilo, Juliet, Foxtrot, Lima, Lima 1.
Wow.
Taxi to gate 43, using taxiway Alpha 4, Kilo, Golf, Golf, 1, Hotel, Yankee, Delta 1, Delta, Papa, Romeo, Whiskey, Kilo, Juliet, Foxtrot, Lima, Lima 1. Scandinavian 4004.
Wow, that was some crazy taxi instructions.
Cardamom 1, airport information, November 05220, wind 037, head warp, visibility 12, sky conditions, clear, temperature warp, dew point, wind escape, altimeter 3027, ILS, runway TV and ILS 13, contact ground on 121.675.
Is he gonna go around?
121.675.
Yes, because the tower just told that. Oh, no. Maybe not. Hey, we all get to move up. North Shuttle, SAS, Orion Air. Ooh, an ATR? Or a... Yeah, it is. Or no, that's Q100-8? I don't know who... Oh. Lideroo? Let's not get under his APU. Does that North Shuttle guy get to go soon?
521, exit runway when able.
Interesting the Scandinavian 737s don't have winglets. I think some of them do, but not all of them. Okay, so is he gonna get to land, or is he gonna get to take off? Is that a Pilatus? Nope, it's not. No, it's a King Air.
1, cleared to land. Runway 1, left, followed on the runway. Cleared to land. Runway 1, left, 5-1. Make straight in. Runway 1, left, 186.
Hey, Arnold. From Chile, huh? Welcome to the stream.
Niner Oscar Zulu, turn next taxiway.
I know, it's super exciting right now.
Niner Oscar Zulu, contact ground on 121.6.
Send the North Shuttle.
541, cleared to land. Runway
Oh,
1,
jeez.
left, follow the aircraft on final. Cleared to land. Runway 1, left, 541. 121.675. Niner Oscar Zulu.
What is going on up there? Oh, it's just okay. I thought there was 2 airplanes coming in at the same time. Hopefully he's the last one for a bit. Nope, there's just a line of them. There's this Q100 coming in, then there's an ATR behind him. There's another Q100. Another Q100. And then a 738. 2 738s trying to kill each other. So we'll see what happens there. So we're sitting right there right now, waiting for all these guys to come in and land. Danish ATR. That's one thing that happens with if the AI just sits too long, they just despawn. Oh, it's a 738. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. This Dash 8 that's coming in will probably be able to land. But then that 738's gonna have to go around. Another 738's probably gonna have to go around. Another Dash 8's probably gonna have to go around. There he is.
302 East. 401, go around. Third command, runway 1 left, 601. 601.
Yay, he landed.
Make straight in, runway 1 left.
Oh, that looked kind of...
002.
Oof. Yeah, see, he was... Oh, geez, they're both right behind each other.
Runway 1 left. TVM 4515.
P3DY.
172, exit runway when able. Carter 1 tower, Sierra Echo 3 Juliet 3 bit.
Oh, just let the Scandinavian leave.
Runway 1 left approach. Sierra Echo 3 Juliet 3.
Puerto Montt.
Tower, fly straight in.
I have no idea where that is.
Altimeter 302 deep, 123, go around. Fly straight in, runway 1 left, 3 Juliet 3. Going around, 601, 401, contact approach on 120.45. 601, contact approach on 120.45. 172, contact ground on 121.675. TVM 4685, clear for takeoff.
Holy crap! Oh, he gets to take off! Yay!
Cleared for takeoff, runway 1 left, Scandinavian 4685.
Why does that
123.
Dash 8 have his strobe lights on?
0.45. 120.45. 401. 121.675. 120.45. 601.
Yoink.
Cardamom Tower 13903, ready to go. Runway 1 left, IFR to Stansted. 13903, hold short, runway 1 left. Traffic is flowing 737 on the runway. Hold short, runway 1 left, 13903.
Okay, so everybody's going around right now, so we should get a good line of us taking off.
172. 120.45. 123.
This has been, about 30 minutes of us on the ground waiting.
13903, taxi into position and hold. Position and hold. 13903.
Yeah, so this is, the map is a pretty cool little program. It's called, Little Nav Map. If you're getting into flight sim and stuff, I really highly suggest it.
Cardamom Tower 124, ready to go. Runway 1.
You can set up flight plans in it, and,
Hold short, runway 1 left. Traffic is flowing 737 on upwind. Hold short, runway 1 left. 124.
it'll read the sceneries that you have, and the airports that you have and everything. It's pretty cool.
Contact departure on 120.45.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy right now.
45, Scandinavian 4685. 13903, clear for takeoff. Runway 1 left.
Yay, the Ryanair's going.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 1 left. 13903.
Okay, that leaves the wider row,
Into position and hold.
and then this North Shuttle. Oh gosh.
Cardamom Tower 1302, ready to go. Runway 1 left, VFR to Southwood. 1302, hold short, runway 1 left. Traffic is flowing 737 on short final. Hold short, runway 1 left.
No.
1302.
What? No one's on final. Oh yeah, there is. Okay.
13903, contact departure on 120.45. 120.45. 13903. 124, clear for takeoff. Runway 1 left. Clear for takeoff. Runway 1 left. 124.
There he goes.
1302, taxi into position and hold. Position and hold.
There he goes. Alright, so now we can call up. Got him on ground. Piper, Lima November, Mike Tango Juliet is at 1 left, ready for departure.
002, cleared to land. Runway 1 left. Cleared to land. Runway 1 left. Scandinavian 4002. 124, contact departure on 120.45. Piper, Lima, November, Mike, Tango, Juliet, hold short, runway 1 left.
Holding short, 1 left.
Clear for takeoff. Runway 1 left. Cleared for takeoff. Runway
Go, go, go!
302.
Okay, can I go now? Please. I can totally take off before him. Okay, no, I can't.
Garden 1 Tower, Scandinavian 208 is 33 miles south, inbound ILS, runway 1 left approach.
33 miles?
208, Garden 1 Tower, make straight in, runway 1 left, altimeter 3027.
It's a little far out to contact the tower, don't you think?
305.41 miles south, inbound ILS, runway 1 left approach. Scandinavian 30.
This can do ILS?
Runway 1 left, altimeter 3.
So I'll load up the ILS, but I'll fly the approach manually. Usually. Unless the weather is really bad, then I'll let the auto land system do it.
Cleared to land, runway 1 left, 186. Scandinavian 339er, cleared to land, runway 1 left, number 2 before landing. Follow the aircraft on final. Fly straight in, runway 1 left, Scandinavian 208. Cleared to land, runway 1 left, number 2. Scandinavian 339er. Scandinavian 4002, exit runway when able. Garden Tower 741 is 35 miles south, inbound ILS, runway 1 left approach. 741, Garden Tower, make straight in, runway 1 left, altimeter 3027. 3 Juliet 3, cleared to land, runway 1 left, number 3 before landing. Follow Boeing 737 on final. Cleared to land, runway 1 left, number 3, 3 Juliet 3. Scandinavian 4002, exit runway when able. Straight in, runway 1 left, 741. 120.45, 1302.
We're gonna be here a while.
Runway 1 left, Scandinavian 305.
So he'll actually get to land.
02, contact ground on
He'll have to go around.
675. Going to 1.
Maybe he'll get to land?
4002.
If he doesn't land, he will.
Garden Tower 181, is 24 miles south, inbound ILS, runway 1 left approach. 181, Garden Tower, fly straight in, runway 1 left, altimeter 302 east. Scandinavian 4515, cleared to land, runway 1 left, number 3 before landing. Follow the aircraft on final. Scandinavian 339er, go around.
Called it.
Fly straight in, runway 1 left, 181. Cleared to land, runway 1 left, number 3, Scandinavian 4515. Going around, Scandinavian 339er.
How much fuel have we burned just sitting here?
Exit runway when able. Scandinavian
Ugh.
339er, contact approach on 120.45. 120.45, Scandinavian 339er.
Okay, looking at the map. There should be a gap between these two guys that we can maybe
186 contact ground on 121.675.
utilize. I don't know, we'll see.
121.675, 186. Gardermoen Tower, 421 miles south inbound, ILS, runway 1 left approach. 421 Gardermoen Tower, make straight in, runway 1 left, altimeter 3029er, again to deviant 4515, go around.
Yep, saw that coming.
Make straight in, runway 1 left, 421.
Toga.
3 Juliet 3, exit runway when able. Going around, again to deviant 4515. Again to deviant 4515, contact.
Okay, let me go.
120.45.
Let me go.
120.45, again to deviant 4515.
Come in. Come on.
3 Juliet 3, turn next taxiway.
Yeah, hurry up. There you go, that's how you turn. No, by all means, take 5 years.
Juliet 3, contact ground on 121.675. Viper, Lima, November.
Yes!
Tango Juliet, clear for takeoff. Runway 1 left, departure south approved.
Clear takeoff 1 left, my Tango Juliet.
1.675.
Oh, you
3 Juliet 3.
butthead. Alright, so we're just gonna roll right on out here. Full mixture. Our engine is chopping. I don't know why. And we're airborne. We're finally in the air.
Deviant 208, cleared to land. Runway 1 left. Cleared to land. Runway 1 left. Deviant 208. 181, cleared to land. Runway 1 left. Follow the aircraft on.
Okay. Let's trim down a little bit. Pull this mixture out. Okay, trim back up. Then we can begin our turn. We're gonna have to turn all the way around. Like 180. That was such a long wait.
421, cleared to land. Runway 1 left. Number 2 before landing. Follow the aircraft on final. Cleared to land. Runway 1 left. Number 2 421.
Wow. Okay. Finally. Bye, Oslo. Yeah, there's way too much traffic. That was just... And part of the problem is the way that, Prepared and FSX and everything stacks up the traffic like that. Bye. Alright, so for the airport we're going to 118.65 should be the frequency. It's kind of foggy. Probably have our transponder on, huh? I cannot believe how much fuel we used just sitting there. Okay, it wasn't that much, but it was a noticeable amount. Alright, so now... What do we say, 199? We head this way a little bit. T-O-R. Probably still in the airspace, but well, let's not run into that plane. Right, I forgot to do. Forgot to reset my timer. I always forget to do that. Alright, we probably ended up a little bit close to him, but oh well. Alright, let's get turned back this way now that we're out of his way. Oh, and there's another one. This is very busy place. Much annoying. Wonder if we'll get caught in that, like, turbulence. What I can do, I'll just descend a little bit, get down to like, let's go down to 2,500. That's a cool tower. What is that? Huh. Okay. Oh, there's a city. Alright, so we come down to 2,500, and then we'll... let's go ahead and get the autopilot on now. Oops. Alright, come down to 2,500 feet. I'm getting back on track with the VOR. There we go. And then, there we go, there's 2,500, so we can go ahead and set the altitude hold. Yeah, there's a lot of planes there. I mean, that's... I believe that's the busiest airport in Norway. I could certainly be wrong about that, though. Okay, we want... Yeah, I have a joystick. I have a thrust master or something or other. Okay, so... Oh, we don't remote frequency. 113.85. Okay. 47 miles. That's how far we're going. You mean to trim up? Oh, I wanted my... There we go. What kind of radar, Arnold?
Going to 134.05, Oscar Kilo.
You talking about weather radar, or... I guess no matter what kind of radar you're talking about, this plane does not have any. No weather radar, no TCAS. Alright, once we hit 20 gallons, we'll swap over. Very, very pretty out here. Since we're next to the city, I can't put the autogen all the way up. But once we get flying out more in the rural parts, we can certainly do that. Jeez, there's more traffic. And turn our landing lights off. A wild cloud appears. Autopilot, you are so needy. What do you want now? Down trim? Yeah, I do like to fly by hand a lot, but for vast distances, they're just a straight line. That's not... all you're doing is sitting here and playing with trim, basically. So I let the autopilot do it. Okay, so I'm thinking... once we get this next airport... you know, we might not actually land there. We might just kind of fly down there and then just cruise along the coast. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, I'm looking at another Vordme. Not even going to try to pronounce that. 112.1. There we go. Put 11385 on you. And let's go. Do. Alright, that'll be 226. see how far we can fly. Just enjoy the scenery. There we go. This is Within the Trees, brought to you by Abstraction. Feels fitting. Did we set up views on this plane yet? I don't know if I did or not. Chase plane. Nope. That's the only view I have set up. Okay, well, let's do that. Oh, actually, we're still 30 miles out. Okay. Alright, well. So that's the first view I have, which is centered in this seat. So we're just gonna go get kind of centered up in this seat. Let's go right there. Add front passenger. What I should do, actually, is 122.1. And then we'll call them up. What was it? Rika approach. Piper, Lima November, Mike Tango Juliet. Request flight following. And that'll give us traffic alerts and stuff. Zero 466. Altimeter 3029er. Piper. November Mike Tango Juliet. 3029. There we go. Which they should be giving it to us in millibars, not inches of mercury, but. Oops. What? Oh, great. Sometimes Prepared thinks it's okay to reset my views. I don't really know why. Or not reset my views, reset my controls. Which is super obnoxious. see what kind of cool community views there is available for this. What? I wasn't paying attention, so I don't know what it wants me to do. Trim down. Is that enough? Trim down. Yeah, I like the view. I like views like where they're less floaty and more like seem like they're attached to the plane. You could see that being attached to the plane. That's kind of cool. That one's kind of cool. I like that one. Same for the other side. No. That's like right on the strobe, which is... Yeah, I guess that works. Ooh. There we go. Oh, and that's apparently all of them. Okay. Set that to like to there. That to like there. No, I don't like that. About that. I want that to be there. And I can set that there. There we go. Okay. Just getting this view set up the way that I like it. I like to set it up so that the view follows the horizon more, because your brain kind of naturally adjusts for that. So, yeah, this plane's alright. It's not the fastest. I mean, we're only doing 140 miles an hour, which is about 130 knots, 125 knots right now. So, I think the Cessna 172 is actually faster. But I like flying this more than the 172. That's an interesting little freeze there. Let's go to the other tank and burn off down to 20 gallons. We'll burn off down to 15, and then we'll switch back. Trim down. $15 miles out now. So we need to... Oof. What to do? 3405 for Mike Tango Juliet. And Ferris approach, Piper, Lima November, Mike Tango Juliet, with you at 2,500.
Piper, Lima November, Mike Tango Juliet, Ferris approach, roger, altimeter 3028.
3028. And bloop. There we go. Alright, so our next little bit is going to be 226 degrees. To 26. There. I'm gonna set the heading up to be 226 actually. So then once we get close to the VOR, we can just set it up this way, or Sorry, let me start over. I'm gonna set my heading to be 226 now, so that way when we start approaching the VOR, which that's the runway that we're gonna be flying over, we can just switch to heading mode, then get our nav1 radio tuned and adjust in the omni-bearing selector adjusted to the right course, and then switch back to nav mode. I don't have a goal. I'm just flying. I'm just gonna kind of head down the coast and fly around, and then maybe I'll change my mind and head inland along the mountains. I guess once we start getting low on fuel, then I'll figure out where I'm gonna land. But that's about as much of a plan as I have right now. Alright, let's go ahead and autopilot disconnect to hood mode. Yoink. Yoink. Alright. There we go to heading. It's gonna get turned. Now we're gonna adjust this, our nav1 omni bearing, to 226. Because we're gonna tune this over bumpy. There and there. And then oh really? It's only wow, that VOR has a short range. No, we should be in range of it. 112.1. 2.1. Hmm. what we can do... not to, we want from... What? Okay, 8 o'clock at 2 miles at 300. That would be like... Oh yeah, there he is. Okay, yep, have the traffic. So as soon as this says 266, I'll turn back to 2, or 226, yeah, 226. Still not picking up that other VOR. I find this very strange. Oh, there's an NDB out there. It's on 3-4. No, that's not the one I want. Oh, no, that is the only one. Okay. Oh no, there's another one. ODR on 372. Three, 2, 7. That should roughly be. $226. Okay. $228. 2 more degrees. Yeah, I'm on autopilot right now. Just because, like I said, right now, since I'm flying like VOR to VOR, that's basically just straight lines. Huh. Very confusing. I don't understand why We're not picking up that... VOR. Huh. I don't know.
Juliet, Charlie Delta. Climate maintain 17,000. Climate maintain 17,000. Juliet, Charlie Delta.
That looks cool. We're gonna go fly over there. See, this is why not having a plan is awesome. Because then you can just be like, and dude, that looks cool. With full fuel, the Cherokee can do about 5 hours-ish. With the, if you're flying, you know, as efficiently as possible, which would be probably around 7,500 feet. And, is it 15 or 20 degrees rich of peak on your exhaust temperature? Oh, that's a cool looking bridge.
Juliet, Charlie Delta. Contact Woodham Center on 118.55. Going to 118.55. Juliet, Charlie Delta.
The airspace around the bridge is technically restricted. Because they're mean. Oh, there's 2 bridges. Interesting. Those are really cool. So, right now we've been up... The engine's been running for an hour. We've been in the air for about 40 minutes. Got 20 gallons in the right tank and 20 gallons in the left tank, and the wind is trying to turn me into restricted airspace. There we go. So we probably have like somewhere between 3.5 to 4.5 hours. 3.5 to 4 hours left. I really like that bridge. Bridges are cool. That's a cool bridge. I want to turn the auto gen up so it makes more buildings, but I know it'll murder my frame rates. And I'll be very, very sad. I don't know exactly what that is. I don't know. Looks cool. There's another airfield kind of nearby. Where is it? Yeah, so if we kind of turn... No, what? Plane. Stop it. If we turn over here... and fly a little bit further to our west. Yep, there's the airport. Is it a tunnel under the runway? That's cool. So much for flying up the coast. Let's fly up this river. 'Cause why not? I actually have 8 gigs of video memory. I have a GTX 1080. The thing that's like most stuff is actually on medium right now. The thing that really kills my frame rates in this is CPU bound stuff. So like the auto gen, having too much traffic on, like I don't have any ground traffic on at all, so that just will kill my frame rates. 2 gigs on your video card? You said you're playing FSX on Steam, right, Arnold? Okay. Yeah, it's like one of the having more RAM, but then also having a dedicated video card helps a lot. But if you're... Don't freeze, why are you freezing? There it goes, okay. Of course, FSX is only 32-bit, so it'll only use up to 4 gigs of RAM. I'm sitting here fighting with the trim so much. So looking at the map, there should be a dirt strip off our left somewhere. Oh, it's still in front of us. Up over there somewhere? Yeah. We're not headed that way. We're following the river. I think if we were doing real time, it would be pitch black. Which would make for a very interesting, if not terrifying, flight. Yeah, so I've got a bunch of add-ons and stuff going. I've got Orbex FTX Norway and Orbex Vector, which help a lot with that. But then as far as like freeware stuff, I've got Free Mesh X, which is just makes the mountains look better, and what's it called? There's a website called like Fly Norway or something, or Fly Sim Norway. I don't remember. But I downloaded a bunch of airports and scenery from them too, and AutoGen and stuff. Because I knew that this morning I was like, okay, I gotta figure out where to fly, and I decided to fly in Norway. So I went to go get as much stuff as I could. I mean, I have had FTX Norway for a while, so I didn't buy that, but I went and got a bunch of the freeware stuff. Adds in a bunch of airports and some photo scenery and everything. I have it's 1920 by 1080. Uh-oh, we're gonna have to climb. We're gonna fly up and around that way. Not quite sure what you mean, Arnold. I mean, that's is that the resolution that you have as well, is 1920 by 1080? Sorry for the annoying sounds, I'm adjusting my mic. Well, we're gonna have to climb up to get over these mountains anyways. Although there might be kind of a little path that we can take. 1855 for Tango Juliet. Photo Center, Piper, Lima November, Mike Tango Juliet, with you at 1,600. Oh, we've moved towards an area of lower pressure. Okay. So So the shadows, I mean, even if I was running at a lower resolution, you'd see the shadows. They just wouldn't be as sharp, as crisp. So I guess having the higher resolution helps with that. This is not going to help our fuel economy. Oh, there's a little lake on the... right there. So... I wanna kinda head this way, I think. Should probably figure out where I wanna end up. Hmm. Okay. I think I see an airport that would make for an interesting... 03. Alright, I have an idea for where we're gonna go. Hello, Gabriel. It's, prepared. It's essentially the evolution of Flight Sim 10. So is there another... There's another valley over there. Hmm. Yeah, we're gonna go over there. It's FSX, right, Arnold? Guys are making me dig really deep in my brain to try to remember Spanish that I know. So... right now, I'm kind of following... I have this map that I'm using. So my airplane is the one that's in yellow. And then there's a bunch of airports that are scattered around that you can see. So I'm kind of watching where I'm going, and so up, the thing that has the big blue circle around it is kind of where I'm heading. And there's a non-directional beacon up there, which I'll use my my ADF to get myself over there. My Spanish teacher in middle school was Argentinian. I'm in, this is Norway that I'm in right now. So the map, hang on. Map is like the entire world. But right now we're in Norway. Doop. There we go. Do you ever listen to air traffic control live stuff? Hello, BBWW. That's a lot of periods there. Did you visit Brazil or Portugal a lot, Gabriel, or? Well, thank you. I'm hoping not to crash. But, you know. It's about time to switch fuel tanks again. Oh, that's cool. Probably like, I don't know, that there-ish, maybe? Was Portuguese pretty easy to learn for you? Hey-o, buses. In the flight sim? Is that what you're asking, Gabriel? Those are some low clouds. Uh. Okay. The cloudy sun there is very appropriate at the moment. It's not good, I don't have any anti-ice stuff on this plane. I'm supposed to be not crashing today. Yeah, you can go to Norway to London. I've done flights from San Francisco to Frankfurt. Done flights from London to Dubai. Norway is gorgeous, yeah. Oh, I see a break in the clouds. We're gonna go for it. Arnold, would you be offended if I said I don't have any Airbuses? Nope, I'm all by myself today. I mean, not that it ever shows people in the plane, but... there. See, I'm the only one. That's not a picture of me. Oh, we're the Piper 180, not a 150. I thought we were 150. Alright, Cherokee 180. Oh, alright. Oh, there's clouds. Rip. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. That looks weird. Oh, that's right, because that's okay. We went from, like, all these trees and nice greenery to just snow and ice. to what do you refer as what realistic? The flying, or the cloud effects? Because the cloud effects are kind of goofy. And I mean, even for as far as the flying goes, the cities, they're okay. I definitely couldn't find my house. I mean, they look nice, but there's some cities like New York or London that are more closely I don't know what the right. Oh, hey, look, our shadow. More similar to their real-world counterpart. In general, I'd say it's like a 5 out of 10. Oh no, lost our shadow. Aw, that was cool. Still don't have the ADF or the VOR, huh? And that's a fire truck. I saw you send a message just as I started looking at my map again, so give me a second to get back and see what it was. 1420, okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can fly wherever. Like, right now, I'm just... as Arnold can attest to, I have no plan. I'm just flying wherever I feel like flying right now. But you can set up... If you wanted to, like, fly in a 747 from, you know, London Gatwick to London Heathrow or something, you could do that. You can do whatever you want. The sky is the limit! Get it? Because we're flying in a... that was a horrible joke, I'm sorry. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. The beacon light on the back of the plane, like, actually spins and reflects light. That is really cool. That thing? That doesn't look like it spins in here. Huh. I should probably pay attention, make sure we don't crash into anything, okay. Yeah, it's very snowy instead of very foresty now. probably should have, like, stuck to the valleys, but I think it'll be worth it, because this should be a really cool airport that we're going to. Should be. The terrain looks like it will be very interesting. So. Oh, and there's an ambulance. You don't like my airplane? Oh, go away, clouds. And guess what? We're flying the wrong way. Actually, well, No, this cannot, I mean, not in one trip. If I went, like, from Oslo, or from Norway down into Denmark, and I'd have to probably stop in, I don't know, probably Belgium, and then hop over to the UK, go to England, fly up to Scotland, and then it might be able to make it from Scotland, like somewhere in the really north of Scotland, over to the Faroe Islands. I don't know about that, though. And then I don't know if we could make it from the Faroe Islands to Iceland. But if we could, then we could probably make it from Iceland to Greenland. And then from Greenland into Canada, and then hop around Canada until we get down to New York. Yeah, if you wanted to. Yeah, no, this airplane couldn't go from Norway to New York in one flight. Let's see. We're kind of up near the tippity top of our top speed here. So like around 140 miles an hour. So 120 knots-ish. And we can fly for about 5 hours. So maybe 600 miles. I think that's a pretty big maybe, though. Let's see, I think we've gone through about a third of our fuel. I'm trying to remember if we have 30-gallon tanks or 20-gallon tanks. There's not an answer to that question. I'm just going. Normally, I'd be continuing my around the world live streams. I'm flying around the world in a Piper Comanche. Well, I'm flying around the world in a bunch of different planes. Right now, I switched to the Piper Comanche for a while. But we're stuck in Alaska right now because the weather is horrible. And I can't fly that plane when it's cold and raining because it would ice over and we'd die. And the other plane that I wanted to fly is the new Cessna 310R that Milviz released. But it keeps crashing on me, so I can't fly that either. You're 3 hours ahead of me. Which is actually really interesting. I think oh wait, no, that makes sense. Never mind. I was about to sound really dumb. Yeah, it's 3 o'clock here. Is that... What time is it in Venezuela right now? Is that the translation? I'm not familiar with ahorita. I don't think there's a low point here to our north. And we just have to fly over all this stuff. What's the biggest time difference in South America? So I know in the US we have 4 hours between East and West Coast. I don't know how many time zones there are. Oh, we have our VOR. There we go. Too much fuel. Not enough fuel, so I'll probably go right there. Where's Norway? Oh, yeah, we're only ended up being 35 miles away from that place. Okay. It's not bad. I don't know what the heck. Oops. Okay, I think that'll get us going the right way. Yes. So. There's the UK. There's Norway. Netherlands, Denmark, Norway, Sweden. The fuel is these two gauges right here. We have a left tank and a right tank. And so we're sitting at 16 gallons in the left tank, 14 gallons in the right tank. And I have to manually switch between them. So right now I'm pulling fuel out of the right tank. Once I get down to 10 gallons, we'll switch over to the left tank and burn down to 10 gallons, or down to 5 gallons, and switch back to the right tank. Probably burn it down to like 2 or 3 gallons, then switch back to the left tank. But we shouldn't need to do that, because we're getting pretty close. To our destination. Huh. There's airspace over here that's considered very dangerous. I've been enjoying the way that the weather has been developing throughout the flight. That's a cool valley. We're totally gonna fly through it. I mean, we have to get under the clouds. Okay, okay. You know, let's go ahead and just gonna go ahead and turn the autopilot system off completely, and put our landing lights back on. As far as I know, this is a completely uncontrolled airport. So we'll call in, cancel our flight following.
Piper Mike Tango Juliet, Omega Center. Cancellation received. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved.
There we go. Yes. You can speed it up if you want, though. I can set the simulation rate higher, and we fly a lot faster. Whee! But I've been running in real time. Okay, nearest airport list. Alcazan. Is probably not how you pronounce that. That's how I'd expect it to be pronounced if it was German. I tell you what, we should probably get the ATIS. There's probably not any ATIS. Do they have an ATIS? Nope. .229 multicom.
Echo, November, Bravo, Lima, traffic, Lima, November, Oscar, Oscar, Kilo, taking off, runway 7, south departure.
Gonna fly into the mountain. Like how long have I been a member of YouTube? Oh, there's no clouds here. You said there's no clouds here. Why are you making it like I'm in a cloud? Alright, Active Sky, you need to just stop doing that. Just stop doing it. No, you're still doing it. No, you need to stop. No. Alright, it's about to get interesting. Oh, I don't want to turn yet. So I'm worried about downdrafts to our right and updrafts to our left. I think. Is how that would work. I think I've been on YouTube since like 2009, I want to say. But I haven't really uploaded a ton of videos. When GTA 5 came out, I started making some videos with some of my friends, but then we kind of got bored and frustrated with GTA Online, so we stopped doing that. And then I just started making more videos again. There it goes. Normally when I'm streaming, I have a nice little bar that says like how fast I'm going and where I'm flying and where I'm coming from and how far I've got to go, what my altitude is, all that kind of good stuff. But since I didn't have a plan today, I don't have that up. And I don't have another. I don't have another plugin that like just tracks altitude and stuff. Although maybe the one does, I don't know. Yeah, I know I have no active bookings, thank you. So I don't think it'll show anything if there's not a flight. But let's turn it on and see what it does. Nope, it's not gonna work. Okay. Yes, the airport should just kind of be right around this corner, I believe. Yep. I was expecting it to be not up there. Is that a tower up there? Oh, I think that's terrain mesh fail. Well, that's interesting. I figured it'd be a lot closer to the water. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Flashing. You are below me. Okay. Keep on climbing, 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 climbing. That certainly makes for an interesting approach. It's still flashing at me like, bro, seriously, you're too low. I assume that's why it's flashing. Is there somebody on the runway? No? Alright. So this is actually a fairly short strip, so let's pull that like way the hell back. Short strip. It's 3,000 feet long, something like that. But let's get a bit of flaps in. Bumpy. Bumpy. A little bit of a steep approach here. Well, I could have tuned the ILS and gotten the glide slope. It's okay. Well, that's a fail landing. That's okay. We'll still make it. Spin around. It's a cool little airport. I apparently screwed up something when I was installing it, because we have two... no, we don't want to go there, because that's going to be... Is this just all... Oh, I should probably turn my... landing lights and my strobe lights off. Okay, I'll just go park over here. I have no idea if this is parking or not. It's probably not. Well, it looks like there's oil stains. Yeah, there's like two textures coming through. Not sure what's up with that. Okay. There we go. And we're down safely. Mostly. Like, okay, cool.
Taking off, runway 6 north departure.
And leave the beacon on, leave the nav light on. We can turn off the avionics and the pitot heat. Turn the backlight on that down. And take off our headset and turn the power off. Okay. So there we are. Teeny tiny little airport. And that was actually a really cool approach that I was not expecting at all. But yeah, that was fun. Okay, yeah, I did park in the right place. Alright. Well, thank you for joining me today. I'm gonna call it there for today. And, yeah, that was fun. Hopefully next time we'll be able to continue our flight around the world. If not, we'll probably do... I don't know. We'll fly somewhere else. Who knows? I should be getting a Mac Air Pro flight video up again today. If not today, then early tomorrow. So you can look for that. Thanks for tuning in, and hope to catch you guys next time. Take care.